what time it is. Yeah. Hey, what's up with you? Everybody come in. Y'all go ahead and share this, man. We're going to have some fun tonight. Thank you so much for joining me and giving me some of your time on tonight. Just come on in. Make sure you speak too, because I'm from the South. And so when you come into a room or when you pass by somebody, it is just a polite thing just to speak. Hey, what's going on with you, Mr. Phillips? You see your boy down 30 pounds, don't you? Hey, it's about to be crazy this summer. I think we both gonna have our shirt off. I appreciate you sharing. What's going on, Tracy? What's up? Yeah, I'm figuring out this stream, y'all. It's pretty cool. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy on it. Yeah. What's up? Y'all go ahead and come on in. I'm just letting the room fill up a little bit. What's up, Miss Smith, Pat Smith? What's going on, Jonathan? Yeah, we're gonna go for some feathers tonight. This was based on a post, and I'll get to that in a minute. But y'all go ahead when you come in, just go ahead and share. Go ahead and share, and I'll be pulling some folk on the stage tonight for anyone who wants to comment on this because it is a very interesting conversation. This conversation was not birthed through me; it was birthed through a young lady by the name of Christy who posted on her page. She posted on her page. She said this. She said, "Ladies, why can't you keep a man?" And then she proceeded to go first, and ladies from all over begin to respond to her post. So we're going to talk about that on tonight. And I'll be pulling a few people up. I done figured this live stream thing out, and I'm going to send an invite link to whoever wants to come up. What's going on, Jonathan? The adventurous one. Y'all go ahead and share this. Let's go ahead and get these numbers up. Go ahead and share it across the internet. I'm gonna give it about 2 more minutes, and then we get ready to roll. Let's play it back. I see a few familiar faces in here. All right. I wonder, can I hit y'all in the back chat? Oh, I can block people right from the comments. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, that's all right. Hey, this all right right here, Jonathan. I'm still gonna check out that new software though. Tina is in the house. What's going on? We're going to have some fun tonight, man. We're all snowed in. For those of you who are listening from across the country, we are snowed in. We are snowed in. We got ice and all this other stuff. So I don't know how many days we'll be down, but we're down right now. And so everybody's in the house. And so there are people watching the games. There are people on live streams and all types of stuff. But, man, let's get ready to jump right into it. I don't like to hold long lives, and so this one won't be long at all. But, man, we're going to have some fun in this one. I want to pull some people on the stage because this young lady posted on her page, Christy. She has a very entertaining page. Y'all go follow her, like her stuff, man. She's monetized. So anytime that you see somebody that's monetized, man, like their stuff, man. Don't do that. Don't scroll right. But just hit like or something so they can get the engagement, man, and really get this money from Facebook or Meta, whatever you want to call it. So y'all go like her page. But she posted something, and I want to actually, I think I can put it in the chat. She posted this. She said, "Ladies, why can't you keep a man?" And then she went on to proceed in telling why she could not keep a man. And that's in the post. Let me see. Is it gonna get in the chat? That's it right there. That's what she posted right there. She posted, "Ladies." This came from a lady. She asked the other ladies, "Why can't you keep a man?" And so I'm scrolling, And I hit the post because I'm kind of interested in information. This is information from women by women to other women on why they can't keep a man. And so I became extremely intrigued by the comments. But as I'm going down all of these comments, I'm noticing there was a symbiotic thread between all of those comments. I said, hold on now. Some of these comments are kind of problem, Robin. I don't know. We're going to explore it tonight, and I want to pull some people on stage tonight that really want to engage in discourse. But let me give you my disclaimer. This is not a safe place. So you come up here with that foolishness, you will get sizzled in front of the multitude. And so let's get ready to jump right on into it. The first thing I want you to understand that there was a study that was conducted. 45% of women is estimated to be single by the year 2030. That means that one in nearly every two women will be single by the year 2030. That's a problem. That's a problem. They say, well, the world is overpopulated already. We don't need anybody making any more babies. Well, no, that's a problem because if we don't continue to get fresh individuals into this world, then what happens is we begin to become extinct and we die off. And that's a lot. That's what's going on with a lot of cultures right now. Also, another stat. This came from the Census Bureau. It says there are more unmarried women than unmarried men in the U.S. Startling statistic. Startling statistic. You know, and as I began to search the internet and search blogs and stuff to see what's going on, what are other people saying about this particular topic, I thought that it was a real interesting topic. Why? I love relationships. Relationships literally make the world go round. You cannot do anything without a relationship. I believe that it was Malcolm Gladwell in his book called Outliers. He indicated that there's no successful person that ever made it without somebody else. So relationships are extremely important, but I'm trying to figure out what in the world has happened over the last couple of years that have allowed not just women, but just people in general to say, I'm not going to be in a relationship. So, man, we're going to deal with some stuff on tonight. But also, like I said, I want to pull some people on stage so that they can express their views on this topic. But before we do that, I want to really kind of share with you some of those comments and what have you. These are the ladies that were on Christy Post that said this is the reason why they're single. Okay, I took some notes here. One person, Wade Shayla, said, I get tired of people fast. Go away. I just get tired of people fast, so go away. Shanta Ransom, she said this. It's most definitely the space station, both physically and mentally. I hate inconsistency, but most of all, I would hate to realize I like his sis more than him. In other words, she said, I'd rather lick the carpet rather than just be with a man. In other words, she said, look, I kind of go both ways. I'm not even really sure whether I like men. That's what she said. That's what she said. And maybe that's one of the reasons why so many ladies are single. But on this post, there were a whole lot of single ladies that was giving us information. Got some feedback. Okay, you got some feedback. Okay, hold on 1 second, 1 second. Can y'all hear me clear? Can y'all hear me clear now? Let me turn it down a little bit. A little noise reduction settings. It's a little static, huh? Okay, hold on 1 second, 1 second. Let me fix that. All right, let's see. Can I fix that? Automatically, yeah, just mic testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Okay, yeah, I got the Big Boy podcast. So I got a whole studio over here now. You got to come sit with me when we do when we deal with businesses and stuff, Shafika. Hey, but look, let's get back in it. But man, these are some of the comments on Christy's post that was just startling to me. So one lady, she said that, look, I'm not really sure whether I want him because I may want his sister. And in other words, she was alluding to some bisexual tendencies there. And so, I mean, whatever floats her boat, but that was the reason why she says she's single, because she's not really sure whether she want a man. There was another comment by Sharika Williams. She said, why can't he just grab my attention through conversation and understanding of my schedule? Haven't met someone where I'm fully comfortable to live my femininity. I'm tired of being the big dog. And then Christy responded and said she's tired of being the big dog too. Then you had somebody named Chastity Baker. She said, I prefer a business partner. I want an investor. Where can I find one? So it sounds like to me that this young lady, She just needs somebody to pay her bills. That's the reason why she said she was single. Now, these are real responses from real single ladies. So, but have y'all shared this yet? Y'all go ahead and share because we're going to have a riveting conversation, a balanced conversation, and we're going to deal with some stuff on tonight. This young lady named Naomi Campbell, she said, sometimes I just want to be kept. She said, sometimes I just want to be kept, and sometimes I want to be kept away from. I'm seeing this symbiotic thread. Christy, she responded on her post. She said, I'll go first. I'll tell you why I'm single. She said, I'm a little bipolar. She said, I'm too nonchalant. I don't like it when you spend more than one night. I probably won't like it after a week. This is a safe space, is what she said. So she says she's a little bipolar, but what I'm seeing down this thread is that there are a few other ladies that's listening to me right now that may listen to this, that you may be a little bipolar as well. And so we're going to try to discover that to see if there's just something that's going on here in the water in the central Mississippi area that maybe the ladies are a little bipolar. But one person said this, I can't even pronounce her name. I'm going to call her Miss Dennis. She said, just haven't found anyone worth submitting to. I'm a giver, and folks tend to use that to their advantage. Sounds like somebody that's hurt to me. I don't know. We're going to discuss that. Black Bunny said this, I don't like him. I just like the D. That's what she said. Now, these are single women. These are their response on why they are single. I'm just reading the comments that that was on the post. I didn't make this up. This is not my conjecture. These are real. She said, I don't like him. I just like the D. That's what she said. She said, I'm just quoting her. Chef Juanita said this. She said, my expectations too high, or I give bare minimum vibes. In other words, that maybe some guy is giving his all, but she's just not into it, not really just giving her 100%. So we'll deal with that in a little bit. Valerie, Stacy said this, I'll only be liking them for a little while. I don't like that about me. In other words, they lose interest fast. That's what she's saying. Valerie Summer said this, I can't get one to keep. In other words, nobody want me. Nobody want to date me. We got to talk about that, because the truth of the matter is that some of y'all single because nobody wants y'all. See, I know y'all used to these folks sitting up in these churches telling these lies to you, said that there's somebody for everybody. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Somebody said, I don't want to be kept. I get irritated quickly. One said, I can keep them, but can they keep me? These are real responses from real single ladies on why they are single. So this is what I want you to do. Hey, these are real responses, Marjorie. Don't shoot the messenger. These are real responses from real single ladies on why they are single. And so we need to discuss this tonight. And one of the things that I want to do, I know Quinn, she had been in the comments, and a few others that I see on here had been in the comments. And so I want to see if anybody, just raise your hand if you want to come up. What I'm going to do is, how we're going to do this, I'm going to send you a link. We're on StreamYard, and you got to follow the prompts, and you'll be able to come into the backstage, and then I'll be able to bring you up on stage. But while we're doing that, I want to give you a few reasons why I believe. I probably got about 50, but I want to give you a few reasons why I believe that women are single. A lot of ladies are single in this day and age. Say, I'm married. I'm just here for the support and to be known. Anybody want to come up on stage while we get everybody up on stage and in the backstage to be able to give their thoughts on why people are single? I want to give you a few thoughts while I want to see some hands in the chat. I'm going to send you a link through Messenger, and then you'll be able to follow the prompts and be able to come up on stage. Let me give you one real quick. Some people just choose to be single. Yeah. Let's just be honest. Let's just keep it a buck here. Some ladies just simply choose to be single. See, the power to date or not to date. Oh, my camera that went out. Oh, my camera. Add to the stage. One second. Stop cam. There we go. Hold on. Hey man, am I back? Can y'all see me now? Am I back? Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Y'all give me some ones in the chat if y'all can see me. Give me some ones in the chat if y'all can see me. My camera had buzzed out. I bumped it. It was my bad. It wasn't a technological issue. It wasn't the devil, because church folk like to blame everything on the devil. I just simply bumped the cord and it came out the socket. So it's no big deal. But some ladies just choose to be single. The power to date or not to date is really in their hands. And I love that, because they're walking in their femininity. They're walking in their power. They're choosing their careers and their finances rather than family. They want to make sure that they're straight financially. They're solid. They're standing on their business. They want to make sure that they're okay before they allow somebody to enter into their space. I can appreciate that. Now, some women, they value their independence more than companionship. There's nothing wrong with that. That is one of the reasons why people choose to be single. They choose to be single. It's not like they can't get anyone. These are individuals that can literally get someone. They just choose to be single in this season. But the truth of the matter is, there's a lot of people who have been chose to be single, and we're going to deal with that in a minute. But look, this is what I want you to do. If you want to come to the stage and you want to give your 2 cents on why ladies are single, I'm going to send you a private message with a link. You click on that link, and then you will be invited on stage. This is the first time I've ever invited somebody on stage with that. I see Quinn. Let's get Quinn up. Quinn gonna have something to say. Hold on 1 second. Let's get you on there, Quinn. I'm gonna send your inbox, and we're gonna invite you on stage. Bam. Here we go. Quinn, I just sent you a link. I want you to click that link, and then you're going to come to the backstage. Once you get in the backstage, I'm going to pull you up. Oh, yeah, it's getting ready to get interesting. And by the way, I forgot to give my warning. This ain't church. And so there may be some choice words that may be said. There may be some things that you wouldn't hear over a quote-unquote pulpit. This is not the church space. This is Rich Wisdom space. And so call me Rich. I ain't nobody's pastor no more. Call me Rich. I was going to make a post about that called Call Me Rich. You ain't got to call me pastor. I never was stuck on the names and the titles and all of that stuff anyway. So you just simply call me Rich. I'm cool with that. But this is a grown folks conversation, and we're going to have a grown folks conversation, because even in my 8 or 10 things that I want to give on why ladies are single, there's going to be some things in there that's going to make you say, All right, we're waiting on Quinn. Anybody else want to come up? And then I sent a message to Quinn, and I think she's getting her stuff straight right now. To be single. I don't choose to be single sometimes. No problem. Just be honest. We see you. Okay. All right. I got you. We're waiting on. There we go. There she go right there. I'm getting ready to add you to this. Can you? Hey, we hear you. What's going on? So we're having a very interesting conversation, and we're getting ready to start the conversation. You're the first person to come on stage. Why are these ladies single? I know you can't speak for all ladies, but I'm sure you have a general perspective on why. But I don't know if you're single. I don't know if you're dating someone. But I want to get your thought on why people are single. These ladies, especially.
I'm gonna just give you my perspective, because I was single for a long time after being married, after being in a serious relationship also. So I really think that most women that are single have given themselves up to somebody at some point, and now we're just tired. We're tired. It takes a whole lot to be in a relationship now. Social media is wearing us out. They won't let us just be simple women, men, even men. I think men are even tired too. We're all just tired. And if we can just remove all of the stipulations, we already were up against the Bible. Now we're up against social media. And it went from, you got to be a Proverbs 31 woman to now you got to be a freak in the sheets and all this extra stuff. Like, it's just too much. Like, can't we just be ourselves? And I'm pretty sure if you meet me, you would love me without all of the list. Like, throw the list away, everybody be themselves, and allow us to just be who we are for each other. Because women have a lot of love automatically. We come with it. We're packed with love. We're nurturers. We're here for children. I mean, the world, and then our man. Like, we come with love. We don't need to be taught how to love you. We just need you to accept what we have and stop comparing us to everybody. We get compared to the ex, the women on Facebook, the women on the TV shows, the porn stars, everybody. We tired. Can we be ourselves? And I'm sure if you just let us be ourselves, you will love us. But if you're gonna keep comparing us to everything and everybody in the world, we never gonna get this right. And men are scared because if we cohabitate, half of us aren't married. So we cohabitate and you're gonna get put out. It's too cold to be getting put out from my house right now. So everybody's just kind of keeping it single. We deal with who we deal with when we feel like it, and we send them home. It's just kind of what it is right now.
So you're tired. One of the things that I heard that was grand is that you are tired of the comparison. But you got to understand, I mean, if you don't mind, Queen, what's your age?
I'm 37.
Now, you're 37. By the time a person is 37, they probably would have had a couple of relationships, probably would have had a couple of kids, probably would have maybe been married one, maybe two times, sometimes even three times by then, which means that you have experiences, you have observations, and you have teachings. So that means that you come with a past. You cannot diminish that. And it's going to be hard for another 37-year-old, 40-year-old, however you date. I don't know what you date up or date down, but you got to understand this, Quinn, that they can't just diminish their experiences. It's hard to date at 37 years old when you've had some experiences. It's difficult to not compare that to my ex. It's difficult to not compare the sex to the sex that I've had. It's difficult to not compare the temperament to the people that I had to deal with. So you're talking about at 37. That's the baggage that we're just going to have to deal with. You're going to be compared to someone, just like you have observations and teachings. You're going to compare them to someone. So it's almost impossible at that age.
And that's understood. Comparison comes with life. But if we want this to work, if you left the last girl because you weren't happy about this, and you were looking for my flaws, and you're never excited about what you're happy about. You only looking forward to what the flaws are. I've even heard men say, this is too good to be true. Like, where do you do wrong? Tell me what you do wrong. Like, show me who you are. Like, this is who I am. I don't have time to fake it, baby. Listen, I done been through enough to know either you for me or you're not. And we don't give it a love. We don't.
Hold on, you're in the matrix. Hold on 1 second. You're in the matrix. Hold on 1 second. You're in the matrix a little bit. Hold on 1 second. Hey, am I still getting static out of my mic, y'all? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me.
You're getting a little bit.
Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, there we go. We just got through talking about you, Christy. Are you going to come up on stage? But I understand. I feel what you're talking about, Twin. Look, the unhealthy comparison, you're tired, etc. So let me ask you this. At 37 years old, do you still have hope in a relationship? Did I lose her? Did I lose her? Yep, I lost her. Oh, yeah. We were talking about your post. The whole premise of tonight, Christy, is your post. For those of you who just came in, I was talking about a young lady by the name of Christy. She posted on her page. I'll go follow her, go like her. If somebody's monetized, try to share their post. So I'll go in and follow Sarah in the chat. She's Parker Jessica Sarah. I'll go follow her. But she posted something. So tonight, static. Okay, hold on 1 second. This is what we're gonna do, y'all. 1 second. This is what we're gonna do, y'all. We're gonna 1 second. Bam. We're gonna move this out the way. And bam, bam, bam. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? All right, I just got rid of the roadcaster. We'll fix that at a later date. Y'all should be able to hear me pretty clear. Can y'all hear me? Give me some ones in the chat if you can hear me clearly. There we go. There we go. But the whole premise of tonight's live was about this post that I piqued interest. She posted, she said, ladies, why can't you keep a man? And then she proceeded to go first and said, I'm a little bipolar. I'm a little nonchalant. And she said, I don't like it when you spend more than one night. I probably won't like you after a week. This is a safe space. And so, yeah, I understand, Quinn, when you had lost connection, you were driving and whatnot. But thank you for your input. Thank you for your input. If you want to come on stage, just simply raise your hand in the chat. Raise your hand in the chat. And I'm going to send you a link via private messenger. And you just simply click on that link, and then you're going to be able to come to the backstage, and I'll be able to lift you to the main stage. So for those of you who want to come up, I would love to get Christy, because we're talking about you, Christy. We're talking about the post that you made on your page. Y'all go to her page and check it out. She said, she asked the ladies, this came from a woman, and the women begin to respond. But in their responses, I was seeing some similarities that just tripped me out. I'm like, bro, all the ladies crazy around here right now. What's going on? Folk seem like they're a little crazy. Like, I like you for one day, then I don't want you no more. Some ladies said that I don't like him. I like the D. And so we're dealing with all of these different things. I'll come as long as I don't have to get on camera. You don't have to get on camera. I know you be in your wigs and all that stuff. So I'm going to send you a link. And so you won't have to, let's see. There you go. But we would love to get your perspective. I just sent you a link, Christy, so that you can jump on stage with us, because we love to hear your perspective. Because all of these ladies chimed in on your post, and I read all of their comments. From I get tired of people fast, go away. Some folks say I don't really like him. I kind of think I like his sister. So she was alluding to a little bisexuality there, and so people gave out, all these single ladies gave these different reasons on why they are single. But one of the common threads that I saw was that, man, I just get tired of dudes fast. I lose interest fast. They're not intellectually stimulating to me. I mean, the post is still up, so y'all go to that page, share that post, like it, so that she can get her algorithm up, so she can make some money. And yeah, please share this, please share, because we're just having a conversation tonight, non-abrasive. I am not Kevin Samuels or any of those podcasters that you see beating up on people. We're not going to do that. We're going to hold some folk accountable on my podcast and on my live streams, but this is not what we're here to do on tonight. So I got Christy in the backstage. I'm getting ready to pull her up. And just to give y'all a backstory for those who came in, this post is about the young lady who's getting ready to speak. She actually made a post asking ladies why you can't keep a man. Let me pull her up. What's going on there, Christy? How you doing?
Hey, I'm fine. Hi, everybody.
Hey. Well, look, with this whole live, it piqued my interest. And I said, I'm going to have to go live about this, because your comments, it didn't shock me, but I noticed that there was a symbiotic thread on why people say they're single. And I noticed that you even gave a reason why you were single. So let me tell you, why are you single? Let me ask you that first.
I've been single since April. That was my last relationship, and I've just been dating, but dating is different now. So that's the number one reason why I'm single. And plus, I think I'm stuck in my ways. I'm comfortable like I am, but a lot of it is pretty much because dating is different now.
Dating is different. Can you explicate that? Can you explicate that a little bit? Can you give a little bit redress to that? What do you mean dating is difficult now? Can you give me an example? I've been married almost 24 years. So I want to know what's going on with the dating scene right now.
I don't have an issue attracting a man. I attract younger and older men. I attract men with money. I attract men without money. But my experience, okay, I've tried. My last relationship was with a younger guy, and he was okay, but maturity wise, we wasn't on the same page. So I ended that and I started dating. Most of the guys that I run into, I don't care how well they're put together, they pretty much want me to cater to them. Like,
Hmm.
come in like they got it all together, but when you unpack it, they don't. Which is okay because we all, go through stuff.
Right.
I have a issue with men always trying to rush me. Like, a lot of my posts be truth wrapped up in a joke. I posted yesterday that I went on a date with the guy. This was recently. I went on a date with him last week. And on the date, he asked me to do something on YouTube. And I went on YouTube to do it, look up whatever he wanted me to look up. And I gave him my phone and he went through my text messages. I don't like that. Like, it's like the roles are reversed now. Like, some of the men, I'm not going to say all, but a lot of them that I have encountered while being single are the new women. Like, I don't go through phone. So why are you going through my phone on the first date? I run
Hmm.
into a lot of situations where I'm rushed. Like, you don't know me, a social media personality, because I'm not going to give nobody all of me. Like, I'm not going to display who I am or what I have going on to the world or what I want in a relationship. I wouldn't even say what all I want on here, because there'll be a person that come and pretend to be everything that I want just to get me. So I, I know how to.
I gave that wisdom a couple years ago, and ladies, for those of you who are listening, you have to be very careful of the things that you share on social media, because you got guys who can be extremely manipulative, and they are great studiers, and so they've studied your timeline, and so they know exactly the things that you like, so they can become the thing that you
Yeah.
want because they have predisposed information that's on your timeline. So you have to be extremely careful. You have to let a person explore you as opposed to exploring things on your timeline and assuming that that things are like they are. Now, it could work in the antithesis. It could work completely opposite, Christy, where you're posting jokes and people can just think you're not serious. So how can a guy who wants to date, let's say you, who wants to date you, how can they get a chance? I mean, you don't like folks sliding in the DMs. How can they get a chance to date you in this
Uh,
modern day?
they could slide in my inbox, but and I thought about that today. I was like, who would take me serious? Because all I do is play on Facebook, and I do that a lot for my page is monetized, and Facebook is just Facebook to me. But they can inbox me if they want to. Most of the guys I've dated, I've met off social media.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So in other words, they got a chance. So y'all make sure y'all hit up Christy or whatnot, slide in the DMs if you feel that you got a chance. But make sure you have your stuff together, because one of the things that I've been promoting for years, and you've heard me say this, Christy, is that you got to date on your
yeah,
level.
yeah.
You got to date on your level. I mean, some of y'all twos and y'all be wanting tens, and you wonder why people call you Delulu. No, you're a Delulu. That person is not on your level, and they're not supposed to come down. They're supposed to date on their level. So I encourage everybody to date on your level. Is there anything else that you want to add, Christy, before you roll?
Oh no, that's pretty much all. Like, no.
That's it.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Well, I appreciate you coming up tonight. Thank you for your input. Thank you for your feedback.
Okay.
All right. Is there anybody else want to come to the stage? I want to know why you're single. There's some single folks that's in the room or whatnot. And just because you getting D don't mean that you in a relationship, because you can get the D and don't even really be in a relationship. So, but if you want to come up on stage, this is what I want you to do. I want you to put a 2 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link. Very easy to follow. Click on that link, and I'm gonna call you to the backstage. Then I'll be able to lift you up to the main stage. But while they're doing that, I want to give you a couple of reasons why I believe that ladies are single. I gave you one, which was some just choose to be single. Some choose to get their career straight. Some choose to level up before they actually leverage a relationship, because a relationship takes work and it can be distracting to your goals and your destination. So I can understand that, to you to be a career woman. Some women value their independence over companionship at this particular juncture in their life. They're trying to build their bag. They're trying to get their credit right. They're trying to make their waist smaller. They're working on their health, their mental health. So I can understand that. But number two, one of the things that I believe that why ladies can't keep a man, is that was the essence of her post, is that or some why some women are single, is that some women just can't find a man. Notice what I didn't say. There's a difference between finding peen and finding a partnership. See, a guy will smash you and pass you right by because there's a difference between good D and a good man. I need you to really hear that. I really need you to hear. A man will sleep with you and not call you and just forget about you, and you'll be a notch or a trophy that's on his wall, and he'll keep on going. So don't confuse you just because a guy will smash you. No, a guy will smash you because you got a hole. A lot of these guys will stick their stuff in holes just because it's a hole. And you got guys that go both ways. They just sticking their stuff everywhere. So you got to just be very, very careful about that. But some women, they just can't find a man because nobody really wants them right now. And the truth of the matter is, I gave some stats earlier that by the year 2030, 45% of the ladies in America will be single. That's nearly 1 in 2 women will be single by the year 2030. That's 6 years away, which means that's an alarming stat. Well, you say, Rich, what are men at? 1, they're in jail. 2, they're gay. They don't want a woman. 3, they're married. 4, some are bums. So that leaves you with a small percentage of individuals that may match your criteria that you have in your head. Can't find an equally yoked man. All right, let's keep on going. Some women like to juggle multiple men. They don't like commitment. They don't want to be locked down. We're living in an age of freedom where women now can explore their sexuality. They can explore their relational IQ by saying, I don't really want to be locked down to one man. Is that okay? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Is that okay? Some women say, I really want my cake and eat it too, and which is the strangest term. We often use it as a negative thing, but if I get my cake, I want to eat it. I don't want to just look at my cake. I want to eat my cake too. So is it okay for a woman to say, you know what? I'm going to date all of them. I'm going to date 5 men. I'm going to give them as much attention as I can. And this is how we're going to proceed in the future. Is that okay? It's 2024. Is that okay? Because there used to be a double standard. When a woman would date more than 1 man, we would call her loose. We would call her a hoe. We would call her all these different names, and we would ascribe titles to her. But the truth of the matter is, it's 2024. Is it okay to explore different guys at the same time? Can you just date them all? Look, hey, who else want to come on stage? I'm getting ready to pull guys or fellows who want to come on stage. We smash our own hands. Oh my God, this is crazy. This man said we smash our own hands. Lord have mercy. Man, somebody block Ryan. Somebody block him. All right. Anybody else want to come on stage? Go ahead, put a 2 in the chat if you want to come on stage. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. I'm pulling people on stage tonight. I want to hear your perspective on why you're single. Kenya, you want to come on stage? Jawanda, Miss Blue, you coming on stage? If not, I'm going to keep going, give you a few reasons why I believe the ladies are single. Okay, let me see. Put a 2 in the chat. Trying to say I don't want to come on stage. I have taken my wig off. I understand. I understand too. Kenya. Okay, I'm getting ready to send you a link, Kenya, who's a professional woman. Now, this is going to be very, very interesting, I believe. Professional woman, successful. I'm getting ready to send you a link. And I want you to just simply click on that link. Kenya Parks. And I'm going to pull you to the backstage, and I'll pull you to the main stage. But I'm getting ready to say something. Let me say something else before she come on stage while we're preparing to get her. Let me tell you another reason why I believe that there's so many ladies that are single, especially Black ladies. Are y'all ready for this one? There is a war that's going on between Black men and Black women. I know it makes for good podcasts, but this podcast generation has created this sort of war between Black men and Black women as if we don't need each other. Who is the prize? Who is not the prize? Who's to chase who? You know, with the whole Simone Biles thing. Who's to ask who? But the truth of the matter is we need each other. And I believe that this war has created some type of crazy vibe, and it's only happening in the Black community. It's only happening among us because I don't hear the Chinese women talking about the Chinese men. I don't hear the white men talking about the white men talking about the white women, and the white women talking about the white men like that. It's only in our culture that we're hearing this verbal sparring between our culture. I believe that's one of the reasons why a lot of people are single right now, is because of this war that we have going on in our community. Okay, Kenya, thank you. Welcome to the stage. This is Kenya Parks. First of all, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am 42 years old. I am single. And I don't think that that's a bad thing. I'm a professional woman. I'm the CEO of the company that I run, and I can truly say that I can go. Can I go straight into why I'm single?
Yes, that's it. That was my next question.
The reason I believe that I'm single is because I had a son my senior year in college, and he became my why. So most of my life was making sure that he was set up for success. So I dove into my career because in the beginning, his father wasn't there and I was the number one provider. So I didn't want my son to go through what I went through. So I made sure that I laid a foundation for him. And I started chasing a bag really early. And um, I was positioned in my career to move up the ladder really fast. And I chased that. And what I did along the way, I didn't take men serious, if that makes any sense. I used it for what I needed it for along the way. But and when it came to a point in my 40s where I decided that I wanted to settle down, um where I was in my life, being a woman that is at the top of my industry, I own my own home, and financially not really needing a man, a lot of men are intimidated by that when they meet me.
Mm,
So
that
now
was that
trying
was
to
the
date,
next
go
question. Is it
go
hard?
ahead.
Do you find that men are intimidated by you because of what you do? I know what you do. You probably make really good money because, like I said, I know what you do. You're a professional woman or whatnot, and you just mature. And so,
hmm
do you find that guys don't want a mature woman? They don't want a professional woman. I mean, I got a professional woman, a nurse practitioner. Make good money, etc. I mean, do you why do you find men would be intimidated by your success?
See, well, what I find is the men that I meet or that I'm running into, unlike you and your wife, you had your cards together, and
Hmm.
so did she. So you were equally yoked. So the men that I'm meeting, I have a savings, I have a home, I have a car, I have everything together. So when
Hmm.
I meet a man that don't have all of his eggs in ducks in a row, they're intimidated by a woman like me. So what do she need me for? And because I've had to fend for myself for so long,
Hmm.
I'm not going to sit here and lie like I'm perfect. I find it hard submitting. And so that's a flaw on my part. So
Mm.
I have imperfections that I am willing to admit, but having a man that's willing to work with a woman like me and understand the why behind why I became the woman I am.
Mhm.
I didn't become this woman by default. I became this woman because I had to be.
So, do you find that is a possibility that the men may not be intimidated? Could it be that you have a wall up because you
I
are
do have a
accustomed to
wall up, and
working?
I know that, but it's
Okay.
not a wall that can't be torn down by the right man. And let me say, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I have a psychiatrist and I deal with all of these things because the Bible tells us that a wise man seek counsel. And I know that there were areas in my life that there were walls that needed to be torn down, but there are so many men that are willing to run instead of understanding the why.
Mm. Can I give you some wisdom on that?
Of
See,
course.
the numbers are so lopsided right now. Men don't have to work as hard as they used to. A
Exactly.
woman don't have to. A woman said, "Well, I'm not going to put up with that." Then what he'll do is he'll shake the dust off his feet and move on to the next woman that will be a fool for him because there's somebody that's always waiting with lower standards that'll pull up with that tomfoolery. So as a result, men don't really have to work hard. I mean, a guy. Why should he spend time tearing down your wall or trying to get through your wall and trying to figure you out when he could just go to somebody who have equal credentials but not that much baggage?
Exactly. And that's what I found even in my last relationship. You run to a woman that you think have it all together, but then the man that I just finished dating, he did that, went to someone else. But what happened was that wasn't what you thought it was. And if you had been patient and willing to walk this walk out with me, then maybe we could have had something that was great. And I'm not saying that I have it all together because I don't. Because of the walls that I've had up in my life and not finding a man that was patient enough to walk the walk out with me and willing to run to somebody else. But what you find is I'm gonna run over there to her, but she got just as much problems as I had. But if I was willing to stay and be patient with the woman that I had, I would find that it was more lucrative to stay where I was.
So let me ask you this: what will it take for a guy to date a woman of your caliber? Professional woman, got her stuff together, got her own house, got her own car, got her own bank accounts. You're well established. You're in your early 40s. You got plenty of time left. What it takes for a guy to date a woman like you?
I'm not looking for a man to come to the table making what I make because I'm just not looking for that. And I know that in a lot of ways, that's unrealistic because at one point in my life, I wanted that. But then I said, what did it take for me to get here? But what would it take for a man to get with someone like me? Honestly, I want a man that's established in his career and know where he's going in his life. Because I feel like if we're not on the same page with that, then that would create some problems. But at the same time, do I want a man to come to the table making what I make? That's not what I'm looking for. But what I'm willing for somebody to do is love me through the eyes of our creator. I want a man to come in my life and love me with a godly love. And when a man chooses to do that, then God was love is enough. And I truly believe that.
Mm,
And I believe the right love is enough. So if you
mm,
come to the table with the right love, then we can work through everything else together.
So, in other words, you wouldn't mind helping someone build their career like you've built yours.
Somebody had to help me.
Okay, okay.
Somebody had
So,
to help
some
me.
folk would disagree with that. A lot of ladies in there would disagree with that.
And,
Uh,
and and that's why a lot of women are single. And I'll go back and I'll say that somebody had to help me get to where I am. Now, am I looking for somebody coming to the table making $30,000, $40,000 a year? No, you got to go on somewhere. But I'm looking for somebody that's coming to the table with something that we can build on together.
build on together.
We
Yeah,
can build on to we can build on it together.
there's an inscription on my bed. It said, and they love. It said, and how does it go? It's over my bed. It said, and they love the life they built together. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of people, they're not interested in building. They're coming in to see what they can salvage.
What they can salvage. And at the end of the day, if you meet a woman that's willing to help you build something, or we can together build something together, I think that's greater than anything.
I got you.
And I mean, in my last relationship, I came in so broken that I didn't think that love was enough. And the relationship ended up ending because of that, because this was a man of God that walked in a certain light. And he knew that love was enough. But because of my brokenness, and I didn't see that, God took me through a phase of my life that He broke me because He said to me that if I could give my only begotten son, why isn't love enough?
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I truly believe that from the bottom of my heart, if the two people connect together with the right love, they can build anything. I just hadn't found that right love.
I want to ask you one more question before you go. How
Okay.
important is therapy in preparing or healing that brokenness that you have?
It was very important for me. Being sexually assaulted at the age of 8 and going through some of the things that I went through, a person that was supposed to love me destroyed me and took so much away
Mhm,
from me. So for me, a woman like me that got broken so early on in life, that was very important because I had to be able to tear down some of those walls. And for so long, I tried to do it myself and I couldn't do it myself. And I tried to go into church and do it that way, but that wasn't enough. And so I think that that's a very important part because so many women are broken and so many men are broken and they don't realize it as well. And I think if we get an outside, unbiased opinion, somebody to walk us through those aspects of our lives, I think it's very important.
I'm gonna say something that kind of goes against a lot of people's educational upbringing, and I'm gonna do it in the form of a question.
Go ahead.
How do you know when you're healed?
I think it's an ongoing process.
It is. That's
I
the answer to that question.
Yes, it's an
Healing,
ongoing process.
ongoing process. So most
Yes.
folks say, "I'm waiting till I'm healed." How do you know when you're healed?
I don't think we're ever healed. I think it's ongoing. And I think a person that thinks that they're healed, I think they're missing something. But for me, and what I've learned is every day I learn something new. And I learn something that takes me to that next journey, that takes me to that next phase. It's ongoing every day. And I thank God for that. Even in my career, I learn something new every day that takes me to a new level of elevation. And so I think if we ever stop learning in our personal life and our careers, we've already failed ourselves. It's ongoing.
Wow, wow, that's good stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kenya Parks, and she is very single. So if you want to slide in her DMs, but understand, no, she is a professional woman. She has her stuff together. So at least, fellas, halfway had your stuff together. Before
Come
you
on
slide
now.
DMs. Thank you so much, Kenya. She's an author too. So make sure you go to her page, get everything that she has, and follow her and all that good stuff. Thank you so much, Kenya. That was good. That was good. Lonnie Marie, are you still on? I'd love for you to come up. Another professional woman who has all types of accolades, who have excelled educationally, excelled in a career. Do you have a space where you can come up, Lonnie Marie? I sent you an inbox with the link. So if you want to come up, just let me know, and we'd love to have you up. This guy's chat. Why are men emotionally unavailable? Wow, but we may have addressed that. Okay. Okay, so all right, is there anybody else? I'm waiting on, I'm pulling people on stage, man. I'm letting you dictate the energy in the show. And so I want you to make sure that you guys get an opportunity to express yourself or whatnot. Any guys? I haven't had any guys. Why are all these ladies so single? I mean, you got tons of ladies. We're outnumbered. And by the year 2030, studies suggest that 45% of the women in America will be single. You understand that's major. That's major. That means that there's something that's going on in this relationship space that's not working, but nobody's talking about it. Nobody wants to. We got all of these problems, but nobody wants to really talk about the gist of the problem and really usher in some great solutions. I gave you a couple of reasons why I believe that ladies are single. Look, if you want to come on stage, I want you to put 2 in the chat. I sent if Lonnie Maria, she wants to come up, I sent her a request or whatnot. And if you want to come up, make sure you put a 2 in the chat so I can kind of send you a link in the back chat. I'm gonna send you a link. That way you can come up. I'm getting ready to pull Lonnie up. Y'all ready? Here we go. I got Leonard. Wow, okay, I got you. I'm coming for you guys. Hey, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. I wanted to pull you up because, like Kenya, you are very accomplished. You got your stuff together. You matriculated through education. You've supervised hundreds. You've done a lot. And so, are you finding it difficult to date in this space, in this relationship space?
I would say that it is difficult. However, I will also say that I have not really just been fully open to dating.
Mm.
And I am extremely cautious. I won't say, I think we should be cautious. I'm cautious and I'm guarded. I have high expectations. So you can't just slide in my DM with the good morning, beautiful, and think I'm going to
What you
carry
doing?
the conversation on. No, sir. Um, I expect you, especially if I don't know you,
Right.
you have to come with a little bit more than that. You have to really be prepared to step your A game up. Be a man. That's what you just have to be. You have to really step your game up and you have to be a man. You can't just say good morning, beautiful, or I post a picture and you say, Oh, you're so beautiful. Okay, thank you.
I
You
got
know,
you. I got you. Do you find guys are intimidated by your success like they were intimidated by Kenya's success?
I would say that I have been told that. I didn't want to put that out there on the men, but I have been told that. You know, you may need to loosen up a little bit. You may be a little bit intimidating. I have had a guy himself to tell me, he saw my house and he said, my whole apartment can fit inside of your house.
Mm.
And I was like, whoa, who cares?
Wow, wow. Now, we got to there's an antithesis to that. There's some women who wear their success on their shoulders. So when they lead into a relationship or a conversation, they're leading with what they've done and what they've accomplished. And the truth of the matter is that most men really don't care about a lot of that stuff. Real
Mm-hmm.
men don't. I think shallow men do. But a lot of men really don't care about the cars that a woman have, or money that they have in their account, what they've accomplished, the degrees that they have, etc. You know, most men, real men, care about the authentic person that they're trying to get to know. You know, so I want to say, those of you who are, listening to me right now, understand that you have to be careful of becoming intimidating to men
Mm-hmm.
by leading with that success on your shoulder. Well, I'm a doctor. You call me doctor. I'm a PhD. You know,
Yeah.
and I think you are a PhD, right?
Yes, I do. And I don't lead with that. I
Right.
think because of the roles that I've had, a lot of people just know that, know certain things about me. However, I don't lead with that. I really don't like to lead with any of that. My car tag, I don't have anything on there about AKA, anything on there about being like, I want you to get to just know me, and I want to get to know you.
I got you. I got you. So tell me, what does it take for a guy to penetrate that wall of trust that most of the ladies said that they have up right now? What does it take to talk to talk to you at this particular level? Do they have to have a certain thing? Do they have to come with a certain amount of money?
No, they don't have to definitely don't have to come with a certain amount of money. I want you to have some ambition. I want you to have goals. I want us to be able to partner together and grow together, be holy together, and uh, lead a generation, to have some aspirations to do that. I simply want someone who has a strong desire to love and cherish me, and I want to be able to love and respect you, because it's going both ways. So if, one is pulling the other, sometimes that can be a little difficult. And that's how we get into these toxic situations and environments, because we don't feel that security. We feel that something is lacking. So, and having those conversations about that, one of the things I really believe, I know moving forward, that conversation about what is this? Are we in a monogamous situation? Where is it eventually going to lead to when the time is right to have those conversations? I want to make sure that I'm very intentional about that. And if marriage happens, where do we stand on marriage? How do we want that to actually look? How do we want the communication to look? And is divorce an option, or is it not an option? Which I would want it to not be an option. So really having those conversations. But I just want to be loved and cherished, and for me to love and respect you.
Gotcha. 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 Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your feedback. Hopefully you were able to help someone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Getting ready to pull one of the guys up. I got Leonard, classmate, is in the house. I'm getting ready to pull him to the stage.
What's going on, man? What's going on, brother?
What's going on, my man?
Hey, good to see you. Good to see you, man.
Oh man, likewise, man. We having a conversation, man. We got all of these single ladies, man, and really, that you got to pick of the litter if you want them big, small, light skinned, dark skinned, long hair, weave, BBL, whatever. You can pick of the litter, because
Wu
right now
Tang, Wu
there's so
Tang.
many single ladies. I think it's 28-1 right now in Atlanta alone. Oh my camera that went out. Hold on one second. Let's stop the camera. All right, there we go. We back.
Okay, okay.
So you can literally have the pick of the litter right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out why all these ladies single.
Oh, okay, so let's go back to some things that me and you used to discuss years ago, when we was coming up in school, and we were all into our education, and whatnot, and certain types pick certain types for certain reasons. Um, and as we progressed, we understood, but um, we ended up getting the woman of our dreams. I've been married to my wife for 2 years. We dated for about 5. She is a remarkable woman. She's a woman that plays chess in life and not checkers. And she and I often had great conversations about accountability, self accountability, um, how a lot of times, women have a form of accountability, but it's not true accountability.
Mm.
Um, and I will say this, for the ladies that say a man is intimidated by your financial status. I have never been intimidated by a woman who has a career. If anything, I have picked her brain to elevate myself. I never wanted her stuff, but I wanted to elevate myself because she may have some insight into an industry that I do not. As you know, I've been dealing with the military for about 26 years. And I will tell you, uh, one of the things that when I was stationed on the West Coast that I found a little bit different down south is I met one woman on the West Coast who made upper 6 figures, anywhere to $1 million. And we're talking about 10 years ago, but they were still in that submissive mode. And
Mm.
they went to church, but they weren't like the typical down south church one. And we're talking Black women that I was dating. But they understood that money is something they make, but the man is still in charge at the house. And even with my wife now, she's in the tech industry. When we first started dating, I had a little bit of financial setback. And I wasn't her usual, but she saw something in me, meaning I had a plan for what I wanted to do. I always knew that money was easy to make. I knew how to attract money, legal money, and I knew how to be wise with it. And so, I followed that, um, and to where I got my numbers back up, to what I was used to, where I was accustomed to, because I had a goal that at 50, I wanted to be able to walk away from the workspace and not have to worry about it if I didn't want to be there.
Right.
And when I married her, I wanted to put her in that same um, environment with me, so neither one of us had to worry.
Right.
And we are more than there. But she was already set too. But I said to say for the ladies that are single, a lot of it is, and this is just what I see. A lot of times, there's a lot of good women. There's not a lot of great women, and that's okay. But for the ladies that are single and that are looking, you do have to ask yourself, what's your hardline rules, and what are your compromise rules? What are the things you're willing to work on with a person? Because you've been married for a long time, brother. So I already know that you and your wife have had a lot of constant discussions about things you agree or don't agree, and being okay with not agreeing. You know, um, I don't
Oh,
like
yeah, that's part
conflict.
of it. Yes, that's
Yeah, I
part of
don't.
it. Man, she almost
Yeah,
beat me up today.
I don't like conflict in the relationship. Now, when it comes to work and military, let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Um,
right.
let's. But my wife is great with it, meaning she said conflict. She taught me some new things. She said conflict is not bad. We're just working through it.
So you have been in a dating space in the last couple of years because you've only been married 2 years. I'm gonna ask you
Correct.
one question. I got another brother that's coming up, but what was the two things that made you say, you know what, I can marry this woman?
So um, when I met her, and we were not working together, but she had to onboard me into the computer system on base, right? And so I go over there and they say, you got to go see Kenyatta, that's her name. I said, okay. So I go over there and she's talking to her daughter. She's fussing her daughter out on the phone, right? And in my mind, I'm like, because at this time I'm a single dad too, right? I'm like, is that what I sound like talking to my son? But so so we're talking and talking, and this and that. And I leave and go back to the office. And I said, why y'all didn't tell me that's a woman? And when I say that when I give a woman a compliment of that's a woman, that's different than she fine or she bad. When I say that's a woman, I'm telling you that's somebody who I can see that's never out of their element. She'll come to work. Well, she's government now, but she used to come to work in her Walmart t-shirt. But we could be at an opera, we could be at a jazz bar, or we could be at church. She's never out of her element. But when I seen her, I said, that's a woman. And it just, everything in me said that's a woman. And she is not disappointed to this day. And I know some women that you and I went to school with that I said they're going to make great wives. I wasn't thinking about dating them, but I just knew they were. And I've never been wrong about that. So there's just this aspect of her that we can talk about everything from A to Z. A lot of men are intimidated by her, but she is a very compassionate woman. She's a woman of God. Both her parents are ministers. But she's a very down to earth person. She never meets a stranger. But it was just everything about her, man. Like when she met me, I'm into Marvel and all this and that. And she was like, I don't like Marvel, but she'll go to the movies with me because that's what I like,
She like, so compromise. So that's
she'll,
good.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things of when I met her, I just knew she was a woman. And as I've gotten to know her, brother, there's nothing that we don't do together. She is my best friend, like there's no environment, no space to where I go where I don't want to take her. And it don't have to be that way for everybody, but it's what works for everybody. And I say that for the ladies,
Right.
if you're single and you want to date, and you have a wide palette of things you like to do, make sure the person that you're dating, and dating is nothing more than gathering information.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that person likes to do some of the things you like to do, or is comfortable with you doing some of the things you like to do. And one of the things that my wife told me, like I said, I learned a lot from her because I am the chill, patient one. But she said, when you're dating somebody, you need to see all 4 seasons.
Yeah, 4 Seasons. That's a book called 4 Seasons.
Right.
Where they got that from. Yep. Well, I got a couple of people waiting in the backstage, my man. I appreciate you. And one day I'm gonna tell the story. AMP and the candy. I'm gonna tell it one day. All right, my man.
All right, man. Good seeing you, man.
Hey, likewise. What's going on with you, my man?
What's going on? What's going on, Doc?
Hey, you got it, man. Look, we got a lot of ladies that are single, man. And I know that you have been in. I don't know what your relational status is right now, but there's a lot of women that's available right now. A lot of single ladies, and there's so many reasons why they are single. But I want you to tell me, Wayman, why do you think there's some of these ladies single?
Well, what I've learned through conversations with a lot of females, they're hurt. They're hurt by past relationships, which they should be. A lot of guys doing crazy things because they're not in the right headspace to date. And it leaves behind a lot of damaged women, And so, which they should be hurt. So that's one of the main reasons that I've heard from women that they just hurt. They hurt, they scared. They maybe in their 20s and 30s they gave their all to a particular guy or some guys are now down in their 40s, and you know, like you say, you hear women say they got their walls up, but there's no doors for nobody to get in, right? Mm-hmm. And so is no exit and entry place for you to let that bad stuff come out and then let some good stuff in. So the main reason I've heard is past relationship hurt, which causes fear of moving forward in the future.
So you've been in the dating space, or maybe in the dating space now. I don't know. Are you dating right now, or are you available?
I'm conversing with a person that recently, of the last probably 2 months, and so yeah, I'll just say it like that.
So you're dating, or what have you. When you approach a hurt person, a hurt woman like that, what's your approach?
For me, I'm very I ask a lot of questions, right? My approach is to figure out, can I help them in this situation? What do I bring to the table that would ease their fear, right? So if it's a trust issue, well, I know I can deal with it because I know I'm a trustworthy person, right? If she's telling me she's hurt because she didn't get quality time, well, I'm going to talk about the 5 love languages and let you know that quality time is one of mine. So I'm just thinking about ways that I can help her and assist her in whatever difficult mind state she's in. I'm not going to judge her. I'm not going to be talking about, why you like this and that happened a long time ago. I'm just going to really try to meet her where she is and take her to where I know she needs to be for herself and me. That's how I handle that.
Right. So you still believe that there's hope for love, there's hope for a connection, hope for relationship, filtering through all of the hurt, filtering through all of the pain, filtering through all of the baggage. There's still hope.
Yes, because I was married at one time before. A lot of the way I think now come from I read your book, I Can't Keep Dating Like This. I read other books. After my divorce, I took some time and did a lot of self-development, right? And so the message I heard from you and the message I heard from other people about, we got to learn how to communicate the bad stuff. We got to learn how to communicate good. All this stuff I have absorbed it, and right now I feel like I'm at the prime when it comes to communicating. See, in my life right now, I know where I'm supposed to be doing spiritually. I know where I'm serving. I know the goals that I got for myself. Like that young man said, I just turned 48 yesterday. So I got a goal in place right now strategically to put myself off a job by the time I'm 50, right? So, like you said, men like me, I don't really care about the house you got. I don't really care about the money you're making. I'm not focused on compensation. I'm focused on your character. I'm focusing on where you are spiritually, because we don't need to be unequal yoke, mainly in that area.
Right.
See, sometimes you can fix a bad attitude. Sometimes you can fix some other tangible things. But what the difficulty is that I find that people having a hard time fixing the intangible on the inside.
Right. Well, Pam Grier says something, and I need to speak to this because this is a thing that occurs oftentimes when we're talking about women, which we're talking about women. Why are these ladies single? Oftentimes, what we do is we get somebody that'll come up and say, "Well, men have that issue too." She said, "Well, men are damaged too." Well, we're not talking about damaged men right now. We're talking about damaged women.
Right.
They talk great, but they don't have the communication level, etc. Yeah, we're all damaged to a certain extent. Harvard Ford said, and if somebody say Harvard Ford is going off in the inbox, let me know, cuz, if you want to come to the stage, because it seems like you got some fire in you. I don't know what's going. I don't know if you heard or what. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You want to get it off your chest, you let me know. But that's often a deflection mechanism that people use, that, when you're expressing your feelings, and this is part of poor communication. Well, if I don't feel appreciated. Well, I don't feel appreciated too. Well, can we just address me not being appreciated before you counter with You're not appreciated because that's not going to solve the issue that I'm having. And so what I see is, and this is one of the things that Kevin Samuels really dug into, where women really don't want to be held accountable when they're the problem, when they're the issue. And so don't deflect by saying, well, you deal with this too. Well, if I say you got poor communication, well, you're not good with money. Yeah. Let's deal with your communication. Don't deflect and use that as a response. Come on now. Right. Use that as a response, to counter me. So I noticed that she said that, and I wanted to bring that up because right now we're talking about why are all these ladies single. The whole premise of this live, for those of you who just came in, a young lady posted to other ladies, and she asked the question, why can't y'all keep a man? And so it made me wonder is why are all of these ladies single? Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, Wayne, man. Look, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming up, bro. Hey, you be blessed. I'll talk to you soon. And I began to give a few of my own. I began to give a few reasons why I believe that women are single, ladies are single in this day and age. I talked about the war between the black and the white man. I mean, the black woman and the black man. This is the only war that I've seen. I haven't seen this in any other culture where you get on these podcasts and it seems like everybody's fighting one another when we should be trying to love and figure out one another. We should be helping one another. I mean, what happened to the Tupac days, when he talked about uplifting women? We have become so misogynistic in this culture to where I'm not even sure whether some of these men even like women the way that they talk about women. Women are the more fragile vessels. So I don't understand this whole culture thing. Another reason why, and somebody said this earlier, I think it was Quinn, and I posted it on the thing. She said social media is killing relationships. And the advent of social media has done some damage to social media. Why? Why is that? One, people are not going out anymore. People are not just going out. I mean, they can really have fun and sit at home at night in their blanket and they can scroll Facebook, TikTok, and all these other things. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily beneficial now for people to just meet each other online. You used to be able to, see people in the store. People don't even hardly go to the grocery store anymore. They're doing Instacart and all these other things. Also, people date in a vacuum. Social media, what it does is it gives people a snapshot of who you are. So you say, well, I'm just posting jokes and funny stuff and this and that. You can't really tell who I am on social media. But even in your post, I can tell who you are. Even if you're trying to hide the real person, it's telling me a lot about who you are. So back in the day, we used to have to be able to sit down face to face and, man, so tell me about yourself. Tell me about your dreams. Tell me about your ambitions. So what is it that you like to do? So tell me the things that bother you. You people don't do that anymore. People just simply scroll on the timeline and say, oh, she cray. I ain't dealing with her. Man, why she post that? Oh, she half naked. Let me slide in her inbox and see, can I get it? You see, so social media has its issues. Let me give you another reason why I believe that many ladies are single. Women feel they don't need the traditional setup to start a family. In other words, it used to be meet somebody, get married, have a baby. Now somebody say, hey, he got nice hair. I like him. I like his build. I like his pedigree. I'm gonna let him go in raw, and I'm gonna have a baby by him because my baby gonna have good hair, and I'm not even really trying to. He don't even really have to be involved with the child's life if he don't want to. So now women are now free to not live that traditional setup to start a family, because you have to understand the traditional setup was predicated upon economy. My great grandmother had 20 children because there were some who worked in the field, some worked at the house. They were laborers. They were free laborers. And women didn't have as many options, back then than they have now. So there is some type of sexual freedom, relational freedom that women explore nowadays. And so they're not capitulating to this traditional family nuclear setup that we used to capitulate in the 60s and the 70s or what have you. Another reason why I believe that ladies are single is that women are no longer ashamed of singleness. Yeah, in other words, they're no longer buying into that fairy tale that I gotta have the big house with the picket fence, 2-car garage with the dog and a cat. They're no longer buying into that. So in other words, they have become more liberated. And so, they feel that they can, I believe that women now are having long-term relationships. They're not even really considering marriage at this particular juncture. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad. I am a proponent of marriage. I am someone who believes in marriage or what have you. I'm going to sit in the house and date. And this is hilarious. So you got, people have changed, women have shifted or whatnot. Sex and relationships no longer go hand in hand. A woman can meet a guy and say, I want to give him some. And she does it, and they go on about their business. This was unheard of 20, 30 years ago. Women really didn't do that. It was always some type of connection, some type of relationship, but sex and relationship don't go hand in hand like it used to. Society society hasn't really warmed up to the truth that some women really prefer singlehood. They prefer to be single. And it's a hard pill to swallow, especially for men, because there are some good men who are looking for good women and they want to wife them. But that's no longer the destination. My God. I want to pull Tanza Bryant. She had a lot to say. I'm going to send you a link if I think I may have already. How you spell your name? Tanza. I want you to check your inbox, Tanza. What's her name? Bryant. I'll send you a link. So you may have to check your spam. Oh, it's going to be interesting. And then who else? Ryan Phillips. Let me send. Okay, I could text you. I got your number. I'm going to pull some people up in the backstage. This is pretty cool. I thank you guys for staying on with me. Copy. All right, I just sent 2 links out. Let me pull them up in the backstage. But society really hasn't warmed up to the notion that some women really prefer to be single. Yeah, they don't want to get married. That's not their destination anymore. They're not capitulating to the days of our lives philosophy. You believe, Shafika said, I believe more women would be married if men were taking that step. Most of these dudes really ain't trying to get married. Well, Shafika, they don't have to. They don't have to, because there's so many women willing to lower their standards and capitulate to the stupidity and not even really be held accountable. They don't have to get married. Man, y'all not talking to me. Y'all not talking. Come on. All you have to do is click on that link. I'm going to pull you to the backstage, and I'll be able to pull you. I'll see once you get to the backstage, and I'll be able to pull you up to the main stage or what have you. But I believe that there are a lot of men that want to get married, but they want to get married to the right one. And I think that is critically important. The women don't require it anymore. The content being single now until you meet a man who is worthy of me considering marriage with. Man, interesting comments. I've been kind of glancing at some of your guys' comments or whatnot. You guys have definitely had some interesting comments or whatnot. Single wasn't so bad, but I prefer marriage. My kids are older now, and I don't want to be alone in my free years. Wow. And one thing that I believe that if we're not careful, we don't push marriage anymore. A lot of people are just simply going to die single because we don't really, marriage is still a great idea. I'm married, some issues. Yeah, I've been married almost 24 years. Like I say, my wife almost beat me up early. She wanted to put me in a choke slam, and that's cool. But we know how to work through things because that's what you do when you have great communication skills or what have you. I've sent y'all some inboxes and some text messages and stuff. So make sure that you, make sure you click on that link that I sent you. Friends, message. There we go. I got Ryan Phillips. I'm going to pull you up to the stage. He's married now. Look at you. You don't want to show your face, huh? And I got, I see you. I see you backstage. Once I finish with Ryan, I'll pull you up to the main stage. Can you hear me? Hey, you sound really, really bad. I don't know what's going on with your mic.
man, can you hear me?
Nah, something going on with your mic, man. I don't know, man. You must have got that Boost Mobile. We can't hear you, man. I'm gonna reconnect you. Yeah, reconnect. I'm gonna remove you, and then I want you to come back up. All right. Can you? I want you to say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. That's a little bit better. What you got to say, my man?
Okay, I'm loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, good, good. I just wanted to say, man, that everybody's. I think a lot of people are broken, man. A lot of people are hurt, and I don't think they realize that. And I'm talking about men and women. I mean, we have a lot of traumas that we haven't healed from, or we haven't even started to uncover. Um, I think therapy is key, man. Therapy, talk to somebody. A lot of people are single because they need some stuff that they need to work out themselves or with somebody else. A lot of people are just hurt, got walls built up. I heard things about walls, and you know, I think it's unfair for a man to come into a relationship or to try to come into a relationship, and a woman has a wall built up, and he is the only one trying to tear that wall down. I have a problem with that. Now, if she's going to help along with the therapist to tear that wall down, let's be Bob the Builder. Let's do that. But if I'm the only one that's trying to tear that wall down and help you carry that baggage, then I might as well go to somebody that doesn't have that much baggage. Everybody has baggage, but there are options. And I think men have more options to choose from than women.
So you're pretty much a newlywed, what have you? You hadn't been married long at all. I mean, you're pretty much still fresh. What made you say this is my wife? You had to pick up the litter. You had ladies sliding in your inbox left and right. What made you say, you know what, this woman is somebody I want to take the next step with? Shafika said many men don't want to take the next step. What made you take the next step with your current wife, Megan? Now.
Well, I've known her all my life. She was my first love. So my story may be different from a lot of people. She was my first love ever. And we was able to reconnect. And when we did, I knew she was the one. I knew she was the one then. But I had some trauma that I went through, and I had to come out of that. When I came out of that, and again, we were talking about being healed, and that's an ongoing process. I was able to be met on a level of healing. She met me on a path to healing. She helped me heal. She's helping me heal now. She was able to take me to a place of prayer to say, "Hey, this is how we fight. This is how we do this. This is how we do that." She was willing to help me on a level that nobody else was able to help me on, that I even knew that I needed help on. She was able to sit me down and say, "This is how we fight in this realm. This is how we fight in this arena." I had no idea, and I was able to get helped out of that. And it was a woman that only wanted me for me, nothing else, and wanted to help me. So when I felt that, I was like, man, this is a different type of love. This is a different type of help. This is a different type of, being yoked together. I knew this was different. And that was different from anything I've ever experienced in my life. That's how I knew that she was the one for me.
Gotcha. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. You said that many people are broken. That's one of the reasons why you believe that ladies are single. Well, I appreciate you, Ryan. I got another lady that's waiting in the backstage.
Okay,
Man, I
brother.
appreciate you coming up, my man.
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. I think how I pronounce your name? Artenza. Is that it? Okay. Your mic. Let's see. Let me unmute you.
It is. It's Artanza. You said it right.
Okay. All right. Well, what you got to say?
I just wanted to elaborate on some of the stuff that was being said. Like everybody is not broken. I mean, I'm not broken. I just prefer that if you I have a low tolerance. I'm an 80s baby, of course. And so therefore I do have, everything kind of together. So if you come towards me, you have to come with more than just I want to sleep with you, like the other young lady said, you're beautiful, the good morning Texas and all that. And I have a low tolerance for somebody coming towards me acting like they're dumb or they can't hold a genuine conversation because that's the problem with a lot of them too. They don't know how to hold a conversation. They are not really trying to get to know you. as a person. Because
Mhm.
I've experienced different other kind of guys, like, Mexicans, Latinos. Now those are the ones, now if they come towards you and already have it together, they definitely gonna be kind of arrogant and just come straight and forward, letting you know what they want if they already have it together. So it's just so many different things. Like I said, even with me coming out of a 23-year relationship, it's definitely different for me. So it's a lot of tolerance,
So
low
you
tolerance.
did you just say you were in a 23-year relationship?
I was.
Was it marriage? Did y'all ever get married?
It was 23 years of being together all together and 7 years of marriage.
Okay, okay, okay. Gotcha. I got you. So you say that not all people are broken. Why do you think that many of the ladies, even some in this chat, are single today?
Well, I think it's because, and not everybody, to each his own with everybody. Everybody don't have to be the same, but some of these men, like it said earlier, they want you to lower your standards. I don't have a problem with dating somebody who is not all together, but I need you to have a plan in place. At least have something in place. So, like they said, we can build together. I don't have a problem with building together because I have done it. I did that in the other relationship. But the whole thing is, you cannot come and not have a plan.
Hmm.
And a lot of these do it starts from the childhood also. That goes with the men and the women. Coming up a lot of times, mostly with the guys, the women were telling boys like they were not allowed to express themselves. Me being a mother of two boys myself, I've never
Hello, did we lose you? Hello, Tan. Hello. I guess we lost her. Yep, I guess we lost her. All right, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm getting ready to wind down. I normally do 45 minutes to an hour. It's been an hour and a half, but man, you guys have been really kicking a lot of knowledge or whatnot. I would like to get Harvey up, man, because it seemed like everybody talking about Harvey choosing violence, man. What is going on? What is Harvey saying up in the chat, man? He got the chat lit up over there. But look, this is all my time. I wanted to really just explore the topic on tonight. I didn't even really. I got several other things, reasons why I believe that ladies um, are single. But I encourage. Okay, that's she's back. Okay, one sec. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, you were talking, and then you just simply you simply got disconnected or whatnot.
Yeah, my mic went out. But yeah, I was just saying, like, with the men and the women, it starts from the childhood. Like,
Right.
especially with men, they're told by, their parents not, men are considered as weak if they express their emotions. And me being a mother of two sons, I've never told my kids not to express themselves because that is what affects a man emotionally. I think what a lot of them have going on now, they don't want to be vulnerable.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. You said that you have very low tolerance or whatnot. I can tell that, people may slide in your inboxes and you don't really
Oh
do a whole
yeah.
lot of that
I
stuff.
don't see I don't date people on social media. So you can come in the inbox all day long. I'm not even
Mhm.
responding to that. I'm a
So
A baby. So
so what does it take for a guy to date a woman? You say you got two kids, you say you're well established, you say you're not broken. What does it take for a guy to date a lady like you?
it doesn't take much. Just be you. Be genuine. Be you. I want to see the authentic you. I don't want to see who the persona of who you think I want to see. I want to see the real you. Like I said, with social media, people get on here on this little blue app and they just paint this picture of, and the people that really us behind the wall, they really know the true people. We like, okay, look, that's not them on a daily. And see me, I'm gonna be me all day long. I just expect you to be you.
Mhm. Gotcha. Well, look, we can ready to close out. Thank you so much for your input, and feel
You're
free
welcome.
next time we have a Facebook Live. I invite everyone to come back, and we're gonna have some real conversations. We're just gonna talk it out.
We got to, because like I said, social media is just an app. It's a blue app. It's what you put out there, and these people just be doing the most. So I just like.
Right. Well, next time I'm not gonna let Marjorie Roberts and Vanessa escape. They're gonna have to come to the stage, and Shafika, we're gonna have to have you come to the stage next time. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tam, for coming up.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, look, I'm gonna leave you with one final thought. I believe that the reason why not just women and men, women are single, but men are single as well, is because, man, there are too many people who are not willing really to put in the work in relationship. Relationships are work. There's going to be conflict. How is your conflict resolution? There's going to be communication issues. How are your communication skills? And so we got to be really prepared and equipped to deal with a relationship. This is why I can understand why some single women said, I'm going to work on my career. I'm going to build my bag. I'm going to work on my body, because there's so many things that a relationship take. And so I encourage you guys, I admonish you guys that if you're not ready for a relationship, don't sign up for it. Don't sign up for it. Don't take somebody down through there knowing doggone well that you don't have the same destination in mind. Be straight up with people. If you want sex, you let them know, look, I'm here. I'm trying to smash. You know what I'm saying? I just want companionship. I just want to go to the movies. Maybe somebody freshly divorced, etc. Be straight up with people. And I think that when we start implementing a policy of honesty, I think that there'll be more amnesty. Did you hear what I just said? People will be more forgiving. People will be more tolerant when people are just simply honest. So I encourage you today that, the next DM that you receive, the next person that you date, I encourage you just simply to be honest. Be straight up with them about what you want, your expectations, etc. Set those boundaries up front. Look, this is, I'm not trying to get married. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a little fun. I'm looking for companionship, etc. Just be honest. They may be in that same season. If not, they can say no, then you go on to the next person. But we got to get into the habit of not dragging people through our pain and then leaving them high and dry for somebody else to try to fix. Look, I love you guys. I got to roll. That's my time for the night. Y'all done got an extra 37 to 45 minutes out of me on tonight. Thank you for all the guests who came up. This is the first time that I pull people on stage, and I thoroughly enjoyed the input. I learned some stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at all the comments, because there's a wealth of information that we as a community can contribute, and we can become better together. Hey, I love you guys. Until next time, this is Rich Wisdom.